Good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, those who are watching, listening, understanding from the field of arts, commerce and engineering. The most honorable present Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, respected ministers and doctors, honorable advocates, advertisers, administrators and advisors, reverend fathers and mothers, affectionate sons and daughters, I Dr.RK from USA heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is really nice time, nice place, nice section that you are listening. The truth of science to spirituality, language to literature. Dear friends, you know that at this present time, many festivals, our national festival Deepavali we have celebrated. Every day, our nation celebrates its day in the form of function, festival, celebration. These are the common concept of our culture. And our nation basically is known as multicultural and multilinguist. Unity in diversity, which is the great feature of our nation. And we find this truth in all the fields of science, religion, commerce, engineering, arts. In every field, we have numberless, unaccounted experiences. So, it needs counseling. If we will spend our time friendly with society and nation as well. We must go through the autobiographies of the different personalities, their principles and doctrines are still valuable for us, for knowing the lifestyle, for improving our future, for creating ideas, for making Make in India. It is very necessary to be the presenter of our mind. Our mind is the manager, director, counselor of our all, not only internal organs of our human body, but also externally. It handles all the situations. So that's why man is known by mind. God has created man in the form of supreme power. So every man is free from God to do better, finer and nicer for the welfare of society and nation. It should be the aim of every person. Leaders are forever. Leave a legacy. Leaders who leave a legacy are those who start out on their journey with great ideas and a deep sense of commitment. Genuine leaders think not only of today, but tomorrow and the day after. Such leaders change the course of history. History is the evident witness of all our present results and outcomes that we have around us. Dear friends, it is only the history that presents us new experiences of the future and present. We just by changing our history of the ideas. The history of the world is full of men who rose to leadership by sheer force of self-confidence, bravery, and tenacity, according to Mahatma Gandhi. Just as cream rises above the milk, leaders emerge. What a fine example is being presented here for the leaders. As per the present President Modi, leaders are involved in every family. It can be experienced very commonly in India and abroad. But leaders, doctors, ministers, advocates, teachers, artists, traders, engineers, all are taught by a teacher. So, teacher is the job of devotion and dedication towards the nation and society. Everyone should be ready to participate in praising the teacher not only with ideas but with actions. With positive actions, we can help our motherland. It is not uncommon to see people stopping by the scene of a car accident simply to have a look. All of a sudden, one person comes along and takes charge of the situation. He gets one person to call an ambulance, another the police, checks out the injuries and gets the ball rolling. Who gave this person authority? No one. But you will notice that the way he conducts himself, he gets people to start observing him. He empowered himself by accepting responsibility and taking charge. Leadership is about taking initiative and being accountable. By definition, leadership means having the power, whether institutionalized or informal, to lead. The question is, where does a leader get power from? Sources of power for leaders. One is power by position. Positions and titles give power. Take away the title and the power goes away. Position gives authority and authority gives power, but only good behavior begets respect. The people most obsessed with titles and status are usually the least deserving. Any title, any position or power, unless it is built on justice, cannot end up. Political pseudo leaders, especially, are spineless and can walk only with the help of the crutch of authority. Greatness does not lie in just being strong, but equally in the right use of that strength. Power by proxy. This is power that is given or received through a process of delegation by a higher authority. Getting power through authority does not guarantee that it will be used appropriately and not abused. Power by personality. This is often referred to as charisma, but the razzle dazzle of a charismatic personality can blind us only for a while. When we wake up, if our hero lacks substance, he doesn't look any good anymore. Power by proficiency, known as exceptionally ability, also known as exceptional ability. Proficiency in any particular field can give limited power and possibly respect depending on behavior. Power by principle. This flows from our value systems, beliefs, courage, conviction, and integrity. Dear friends, every word creates, makes us a higher personality. Sometimes it becomes the confusion of the mind of our persons, how we can improve our personality. Dear friends, every word of every language, if we speak with a 100% present sense of nation, is a form of feelings, ideas, then we can perform like a leader, like a personality. Personality becomes by attaining and achieving. The energy of the words of every language. If we speak, think, imagine every word of the language with 100% present sense of mind, with devotion and dedication, then definitely we feel ourselves, where do we stand, what do we do, how do we do, what is, when is, where is, how is, why is. All these questions are answered automatically. Every word is itself is complete. Every word is that is question word, but that is also answers us. Sometimes we speak, what is it? And just by changing the place of the words, its answer become what it is. Where are you? Where you are. How are you? How you are. Who is he? Who he is. So these words are perfect. Sentence is perfect. Sentence is the name of perfection, and word is the name of perfection. Every letter that we speak in English, whether we speak any individual letter of the consonant or vowel, that is also perfect in itself. If we speak, read, write and listen with 100% present sense of mind, with full energy, then that word can regenerate, recreate and reoperate. Our old dead cells can become activate. Dear friends, psychiatrist, physiotherapist, ophthalmologist, cardiologist, all the medical branches accepted that if the creation of the world has come from sound and light, likely that every internal organ can be recreated, reformed, regenerated and reoperated by paying 100% present sense of mind. Automatically our soul gets power. If we have soul power, then we can get success in any field. It is rightly said about the definition of success in all the holy religions of our holy land. Soul power, spiritual power needs continuity and regularity in any field. Unrelentingly, unceasingly, and unstoppingly, if we keep on our path, if we run over our path, then automatically we become the staunch believer, follower and devotee of that particular field, and success becomes our friend. It comes near to us, not we go near to that. So dear friends, it is very necessary we are to go inside the human body, how our mind is dealing, operating, directing, instructing all internal organs of the human body. You can feel by doing meditation, by yoga, pranayama. One day you will get the truth of all the changes inside the human body and inside the universe. It can be possible only by going inside, only by repetition of the holy words, only by feeling the presence of Lord, only by having the rays of light, only by getting the waves of sound. Dear friends, so many variations God has created for showing its varieties, but it is the uniqueness that who is one, who is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent and almighty, who he is, who he will and who he was in past, present and future. Combination of leadership is personality put together. In other words, charisma and character. The same principles apply in our personal life. We get married to personality, but we have to live with the character. These are the two sides of one coin. If we have personality, it's high character. And if we have character, then we are personality. Automatically we are personality if we have character. Character is the first and foremost thing of life, but for its journey, it starts from ideas, thoughts, high ideals that will make our life a great achiever. So dear friends, it is very necessary to be a winner. We have to be the answer of the problem. It is rightly said that winners don't do the different things, they do the things differently. Their ways, manners, style, skills, all are different, because nature also has its style, manner, Everything can be learned from the nature by becoming common, not by becoming uncommon and unappropriate. So, dear friends, it is very necessary for improving the skills of our youngsters. They are to be natural, common, simple. While going on the road, meeting with friends, talking with family members, interacting with your near and dear ones, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Many people believe this statement to be true, but there is another side to it. Some of the greatest leaders in the world did the greatest good from positions of power. They choose not to succumb to the temptation to abuse their authority and become corrupt even when they were clearly in positioning where they had both the temptation and the opportunity. How is it that they didn't become corrupt? George Washington was offered bribes to betray his country. He refused. Why don't good leaders become corrupt? The answer is that they are not corruptible. Power does not necessarily Power does not necessarily corrupt. Power only corrupts those who are corruptible to begin with. However, when the corrupt get positions of power, they corrupt power itself. For them, politics is the art of acquiring and holding on to power. Many people say that with success comes arrogance. The converse is equally true. There are many people who, the more successful they are, the more humble they become. Does success bring arrogance or humility? It does neither. It unmasks the person and not only brings to the surface whatever was hiding before. Contrary to the above, sometimes a successful person's firmness can be misconstrued as arrogance, and their politeness and humility perceived as weakness. Margaret Thatcher, who experienced this through its personal life and explained that being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are not. Dear friends, humility makes us victor, arrogant loses all, whosoever. Lies, jealousy and ego, whosoever feeds, time and again he dies, in spirit as well in deeds. Those who commit sincerely, patriotism and prayer, attain spiritual peace, divine glimpse, the social status, whatever they are. Those who commit sincerely patriotism and prayer, always render selfless love, content all, always render selfless love, get contentment all above. Elevate the grace of land to which you really belong. Indelible would be thy fame if it is kept up alone. Patriotism and prayer, attain divine peace, elixir, the social status, whatever there. Authority is not enough. Authority is not a substitute for leadership. Who can inspire us, always outperform us. Always outperform pseudo leaders who depend on authority. The power in authority is fear motivation. The best it can do is generate compliance, not goodwill. People will not stretch wholeheartedly. Authority blind a pseudo leader, and he does not realize that it is to be saved through an emergency. A good leader is looking for cooperation, not just compliance. A true leader inspires and earns respect. Pseudo leaders let power go to their head. They display authority unnecessarily and lose respect. Pseudo leaders treat the symptoms, not the system. A society is in danger when those who have never learned to be or are given the right to command. Pride and humility. What is written in Indian proverb? Dear friends, as you have read that, there is nothing noble in feeling superior to some other person. The true nobility is in being superior to your previous self. One quality of a good leader is that while his pride is reflected in his work, he himself practices humility. What does that mean? Taking pride in your work entails setting high standards for yourself and not being satisfied till you surpass those standards. This pride comes from an awareness of your capabilities and from a burning desire to increase or extend them. The true leader instilled this same pride in his team. How does he do that? When things go right, a good leader is humble enough to give credit to the team. And when things go wrong, he accepts responsibility. Pride and humility are both satisfying and gratifying, whereas vanity brings bitterness, discontentment, and disgruntlement. Vanity. Dear friends, our soul is born to free, but it is shackled, covered with ego, avariciousness, falsification, sensual pleasure, false affection. How we can get rid from this falsification? What is vanity? When people feel that they deserve more than what they have got, and they actually don't. What's vanity? Vanity is false pride. False pride makes people ridiculous. Insincere praise to somebody with low self-esteem brings a swollen head, that is vanity. Vanity shuts the doors on help and leaves the curtains open to the display of stupidity. Dear friends, the biggest need and greatest need of this time is humility. When people feel that they have more than what they deserve and they actually do, that's humility. When you pretend to be humble, you have lost. Only comes naturally. Sincere deserving appreciation needs to be accepted and acknowledged with sincere gratitude. That's humility. When a person feels he is unworthy of sincere appreciation, it would be either that meritoriously he feels undeserving, or his low self-worth does not permit him to accept the appreciation. Dear friends, what is pride? When a person feels that they got what they deserve, because that's what they earn. Thank you. Thank you. Dhanyavad for listening.
बाबा जी